IDK Genetics.
Oh, you take them out of here right now. We ain't looking.
In here to get us started today is IDK Genetics. That's Jess Shield and Nick, and they bring an awesome set. A great group of friends of ours. Been really good friends with Jess for a long time. They bring a pair to us. I really like this red one that as he comes out here and strolls around. Nick's going to talk these and tell you kind of how he likes them and how they're bred. Here's Nick.
Yeah, thanks, Matt and Regan. I want to apologize to everybody else who has to follow me on the mic. Big shoes to fill.
For sure.
We're going to lead off with the red one. The red one is a Here's the Deal. Teardrop's half sister. He's skinny and green, guys, but we like this one a bunch. We think this is one of the best red ones we've ever raised. And if you follow our program, we've done okay in that deal. Our second pig is going to be a Say-Win Kingpin. This is another one that comes from a very established sow there at the farm. I like this one's future.
Yeah, if you pay attention, these guys have been hot and been getting it done in both the crossbred ring, and I think the first year they kind of approach the show pig game. They win Houston with one that without a doubt should have won the show and walked away quite easy. And if you kind of regroup and pay attention to the red program, which I know both those guys have been pretty dead set on making those good. I don't know if it's because they're both redhead or got redheads in their genes, but either way, I agree that red bear is very, very nice. Skeletal build and look, just jet level, and then his pattern's good, big chested, and I think that's going to kind of be a big bell ringer for us this go around with the set of judges we got. We got to be good there. I think a red pig that has a lot of high end value there come Houston or even Austin. If you're paying attention there, can't thank those guys good enough for bringing this set of pigs to us. We're going to let them out, and then we're going to let Kirkpatrick and McGill come on in. McGill, K&M Show Pigs, and if you've been involved in any aspect over the last, I'd say 10, 12 years, Willie K and Austin probably get close to you. Some Okies that just got excited to bring us a set of pigs, and we talked to Willie, I guess it was about 3 or 4 nights ago, and he told us we're sure going to love when this gilt hits the ring and we get to auction her off. He was very, very excited, and then the Bears got here earlier and loaded off the trailer, and you never know what they look like coming off the trailer, but we dang sure weren't disappointed. If we get Austin over here, we'll go ahead and get some pedigrees on these things and let him visit more with you about kind of what they are and what their endpoints might be.
So the one we're going to lead off with is the black one with white lady. That'd be a 25 liter, be a Pathis, Anchorman, bone in hand. The grandmother of this one would be a litter mate, or be the mom of the bear that Willie raised in 2018 that was champion at Oklahoma City. And then the gilt would be a 24 liter. That'd be a once and forever, a boar that Willie got bought for Top Cut. That's a Symmetry Son from Dustin Ham on a Echo Hold My Beer 71. That Hold My Beer 71 would be a litter mate to Hunter's Blue Bear that was bronze in 2018. That was real popular.
Yeah, if you pay attention, and if you were in Oklahoma that year, those blue bears, it wasn't just one bear; it was the whole litter. They were extremely good and fed and got burly and hairy, and they went on to win as well. I think a special female with a good pedigree back there. The bear is going to be tagged 69. I know we don't have. No. I'm sorry, 71, and then the gilt is 72. The gilt will be 72. My apologies. Again, 71 on the sock-footed barra and 72 on the black-headed gilt.
This bear that we bring in, that's a litter mate to the gilt that we brought. Once and Forever Echo Hold My Beer 71.
Again, this will be tagged 73. All their consignments, 71 would have been their leadoff bear, 72 would have been the gilt, and then 73 is the belted bear here we got in the middle of the ring. Again, thank you guys for bringing a good set in here. He just kind of want to reiterate there is some swelling in there between its rear legs, but they guarantee him to be just fine. They said they just cut him about 7 days ago, so I don't think it'll be any kind of a worry. We're going to go ahead and let the Leto crew roll in. Nick and Barry, or Nick and Ty, bring us a trio of them. They'll be tagged 76, 77, as well as 78. Nick kind of sent me a text and said, hey, I'm sending you 3 gorillas. And when they came off the trailer, man, these things are stout. I think just wide-based and good body shape and got a good rear leg that functions and goes the right way. I think one of them will go hamp, and then the other ones can kind of go whichever way you want. If you paid attention to the Hampshire division at any major we've had here in the state of Texas, it's been pretty weak. And when you could get one pretty shiny like some of these out here, I think it just adds value, whether you're trying to chase a class-winning Bobbly H or just trying to make the sale. Either way, I think just a good set of pigs. Ty's going to sit down and tell us kind of pedigree-wise where we're at and what he thinks.
Well, once again, thank these guys for having us here, and I'm glad we could have the opportunity to come down here to sell some pigs here with it. And it's a great sale, and I think it's a great opportunity to buy some hogs that will go on and feed. I mean, I think a lot of times we worry about hype and all this stuff about if you know, this pig brings this or that. Just people need to set in and buy pigs, study hogs, buy hogs that you like, feel confident with the ones that you buy, and you just get in there and do that. So, I mean, and that's just saying, I'm just saying that because I'm an old guy. But I'm just telling you, we worry about what everyone else thinks. Just sit in and buy the hogs you like, okay? And don't worry about it. All right. I'm going to get off my soapbox because I'm an old man, and I'm going to talk about our hogs. We got a pair of litter mates here that are the disciple back on the King of the Hill. You know, honestly, I think, like I said, evaluate the hogs and study them. And if you want hogs that have a chance to feed, I think that's the opportunity that we brought to you here tonight. So we have a pair of them. One will, like Matt said earlier, one will probably go hamp. The other one will be a cross. The other pig that we have here is a backdrop pig. Obviously, backdrop pigs have went on and fed very extremely well. So we brought pigs, I think, that will go on and feed, and that's what we brought you. let's have a good sale here tomorrow. And thanks to these guys for having us here.
We sit in and look at this trio, and like Nick said, like Leto said, I think these things are awfully good. Ty described that. He didn't describe the lead off like he should. And that thing's an absolute creature. You step off to the side of that thing. His height of shoulder, extension up front, and just width from behind. That thing looks like he can go on and feed. And for them lightweight Hampshires there at Houston, I think that thing's awfully neat. He just didn't give that one the credit that he's due. This trio of pigs is awfully neat. I think you get in and buy the one you like and just kind of go wherever you think they need to go. But that's an awfully good set of pigs. Next in is Zach Swecki, and if you've paid attention all year, this guy hadn't give pigs away by any stretch of the imagination. I think he's averaging about 12,000 a head at live sales this year. He brought an extremely neat set. Can't wait to see these things pedigree and how they're bred. We'll let him talk each of them, and then we'll go back and just hit the highlights of the ones that we kind of like and go from there. But here's Zach to tell you how they're bred.
Thanks, Reagan and Matt, for having us down again this year. This year we brought 2 gilts to you. The belted one is lot 79. That is going to be a last minute back on a Kiss My Socks. Last minute was the Next Intention Pawn Star that we had last year that we sold to Cody Burling. And we had the Champion York out at California. That did good at all 3 shows out there, and then we won Nebraska with the last minute, and then our buddies they won the market gilts at Minnesota too with the last minute. So they have been feeding very good. The gilts that we've kept back, the older set has been good. Just stoutness of feature and bone and skull and everything, and they just got the right maturity to them. So the 79 is the last minute back on the Kiss My Socks, and the kind of cool colored painted up one, that's 80. That is a last minute back on a Distinct. So thanks again to those guys for letting us come down here and bringing you a pair of gilts.
Yeah, we can't thank Zach enough. He brings us a pair of gilts. I think if you're in the market for like a late March or early April kind of county show where you can't get them leased and they get their head chopped off, I think I would pay attention right here, both pedigree-wise and just their maturity pattern and the way they're constructed and their joints and put together from the side. I think their angles that read right, and yet they're so good in their lines and fresh and big in their body cage and back shape. I would very well pay attention to these two if we're going to try to go into those late March or first of April's. A good pair of them. Can't thank Zach enough for sharing these with us. Colson Show Pigs is going to bring us lots 81 and 82, and we got the chance when we were at Holy Smoke last weekend to swing by his house and check these pigs out, and we kind of just pressured him to go ahead and bring this pair of them here. I think a good pair of them that, whatever you want to do, or chase a division or try to win a breed champion Hampshire somewhere. I just think a high quality pair, and when they show up, it's always a good sow pedigree on the bottom side, and they're using not only their boars, which are just as hot as anybody's in the country, but they reach out and use boars that are winning. So their pedigrees always read right. So Evan's going to talk more about them and let you know kind of what he thinks and pedigree-wise.
Thanks, Matt. Certainly excited to be back here. We loved this sale last year and excited to come again. Our leadoff's going to be this one right here that the young man in the blue shirt's got. That's going to be tag number 81, I believe. Is that right? 81. That pig's going to be a tricked out on Addie. Addie was the $30,000 gilt we bought at OYE last year from Trace Amigos and Mike Thompson. She would be a no intro, never before Eclipse. That would be, the littermate sister to the Mom of the Reckoning. That'd be the mother of the Champion Hamp there in Austin, and a lot of good ones there that have originated from Trace. You'll notice some stitches on that one sheath there. He had a little hernia deal about 7 days ago. Dr. Genova fixed him up. He is 100% guaranteed on our part. It's healing. It's doing just fine. Honestly, the swelling's way down. We felt good enough about bringing him that it wasn't a worry. That's a pig we've watched for a long time. 82 is the real sharp looking one here. That's going to be a no other. That's a boar at our house that we bought from Cantrell. He'd be a no introduction, dirty secret distinct. That's how I would have made my brother's grand at OYE. His mom is a never before best man. She'd be a litter mate to the Reserve Cross at Wisconsin that Krisha Custis' group would have showed. And then another litter mate there was Reserve Grand at National Barras Show. So that's our pair. If you guys got any questions, feel free to holler at us. Thank you guys for putting this sale on. We appreciate it.
Early this summer and talked about this sale and how we're going to put it together, and we wanted to expand and grow a little bit. And one of the first ones we talked about adding was Will. Will always comes down here and from a long ways away and comes to Jay's, and thought having him in the sale would just benefit us with him already coming this way. And he certainly didn't disappoint when he brought this pair of barrows. They're ultra wide and really big on when you get on the top of these things. I think this is a great pair of Houston barrows. They got the extra feature, got the extra stoutness and the shape up high. We're going to let them talk them, tell them how they're bred. I like this pair an awful lot.
Well, we want to thank you guys for inviting us down here, and we got tags 115 and 114. 115 would be closest here to me, coming across the ring now. These would both be 62 litter mates. They are no huddle banners. Mom would have been the grand gilt at Randall County last year. She's a first litter gilt that's real good. Will's pretty high on. The grandma would have sold in our sow sale to Rory D there. We think these things are real good. Thank you. Once again, tags 114 and 115. 114's on the far side of the ring there.
If you paid any kind of attention to just kind of the Midwest state fairs or even more so the Southwest market, Hilty has been a staple not only in his own program or his own part of the world, but when you study just what he's done pedigree-wise for a lot of firms across the country, it's phenomenal, and I enjoy reading his pedigrees, and I don't get to visit with him probably as much as I'd like to, but Will's very dedicated to this industry, not only with just the thoughts of getting kids across and providing a good experience, but he just wants to make pigs better, and that's something that I think we share the same value with, and he brings a pair of them here that wherever you want to end up with at the end of the day, I just think these are good livestock. They're busted open. They're square in their angles. They're good in their body shape, and then still put together with a good hind leg. This is the kind we like to feed because you could do a lot of things with them at the end of the day. I can't thank Will and his group for bringing us the pair of them he did. Again, those are Hilties. Those would be one. Tag number, Hunter.
Delm Genetics is going to be here next, and Jess comes in here, and one of my one of my big customers, or one of my big places that I buy quite a few pigs from, and it's always a pleasure to go to the farm and kick through these things with this guy. As always, his take is a little different than most, and sometimes you step back and go, I don't know where he's going with this, but it always seems to work itself out when he might have a chance to get it done, and it was definitely a fun experience, and for all of us. And he brings us a trio of pigs that are really out there in terms of just look and the